Good morning, everyone. I am in Estes Park, Colorado, near the Rocky Mountain National Park. So we are just on our way to do a hike up in the mountains, but I thought I'd film a what I eat in a day up in the mountains. I would say so far we've been here, this is our second day here? Our second day here. It's not exactly vegan friendly, but I've been able to find a lot of stuff. So I thought it'd be interesting to show you what I find to eat. So you would have just saw what I had for breakfast. We're staying at a bed and breakfast, which is so nice. And the lady who runs it offered to make me oatmeal every morning with fruit. And she even bought unsweetened almond milk for me, which has been so delicious. We're just on our way to hike. I packed some snacks, so if I get into any of those, I'll let you know. But does everyone say hello?
Hello.
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 You ready for this?
Ready.
Woo! All right.
Ready.
Hey everyone, so we just got back a little bit ago from our big hike and our lunch. So for lunch, we went to a place called Poppy's Pizza and Grill, I think. And I've been there before, but not there as a vegan. And thankfully they had vegan things marked on the menu, which was awesome. They even had like vegan pepperoni, I think, and I think they also had a vegan cheese like Daya that you could get on a pizza, but I wanted something like, I know this is weird, but I was just craving like greens and something really, and like vegetables and something super carby and heavy, not heavy, but like full of carbs and vegetables after our big hike, which was, I think, 6 or 7 miles maybe. I think it was like 3.8 on the way there, so that and back. It was a long hike, but it was gorgeous. That lake was absolutely amazing. Right after I stopped filming, it actually downpoured. And so we ran and got under a tree, and it only lasted a minute, but it was so pretty actually, even when it was raining. We came down from that, had lunch. So what I had was I think it was actually a green hummus wrap, but I got it on gluten-free bread, and the bread was so good and thick. Oh my gosh. So it had hummus on it, artichokes, spinach, and walnuts. that was a surprise, and those were really good. I'm gonna have to try that sometime. I'm gonna have to try putting some walnuts in my sandwich or a wrap because I really liked the crunch and obviously good healthy fats. Now we're just back kind of chilling, hanging out, and gonna get ready. And like I said, we're in Estes Park, so we're nearby the Stanley Hotel, and we're gonna do a ghost tour of the Stanley Hotel. That was the hotel that inspired the movie The Shining, so I'm really excited. So we're gonna do that, and then I think it sounds like we might just order pizza since the ghost tour will be kind of late into the evening, so get some vegan pizza, I hope. I wanted to briefly chat about traveling while you're a vegan. So some things that I've done is make sure I've packed food. So packed tons of Lara bars and packed some kale chips. I can't think if I packed anything else. I think those are the main things that I packed, but it's just nice and like comforting to know, you know, if you're ever out or hungry, like you're never not gonna have food if you've packed your own things. Also, I think traveling really challenges me to ask questions and have to call restaurants or ask the server, and every time they're always very accommodating and very helpful. So that's something that I've gotten better at because of traveling, and I'm not in my comfort zone. I have to ask questions, which I'm an introvert, so it's hard for me to ask questions sometimes, and I also hate inconveniencing people, but it's very important to me. Another thing that I also wanted to talk about was last night my family chose a barbecue place, which is fine. You know, I don't need to be the one to pick dinners every night, and I even called the restaurant and there were a few things that I would be able to get, which was great. And then when we got there, those things that they said were vegan, they were out of. I was kind of in a tough spot. Like, I don't want to be, it put me in a place that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the right way to react, and I knew like my natural way and like how I wanted to react, but then I was like so conscious of I want to be a good role model for the plant-based lifestyle and not make it seem like it's a diet of deprivation or a diet of nothing, you know, like, oh, you can't even go out to eat if you're vegan. Like, I don't want people to think that. So I was bummed in that sense, like, shoot, you know, like I want to prove that you can get something anywhere, you know, even at a barbecue place. I just had to suck it up and you know, just have salad and come home and you know, be okay. But then there's also the fact that it was a barbecue place and I was surrounded by meat the whole time, which it just sucked. So I really didn't have an appetite anyway. But again, like, I think what got me through it is I started, you know, that moment I started feeling like bad for myself. I was like, Jordan, no, this is not why you do this, to feel bad about yourself. Like, think of the animals, think of the people in this world that don't have access to the amount of food that you have or the amount of care and compassion that we receive as human beings. And I just, when I put my mind in that way, I was able to be so grateful for what I did have in front of me and for what I could access, you know, as soon as I left. Just switching your mindset to all the things that you are grateful for and thinking about the animals and why you're doing this for the environment, why you're doing it for your health, like having those constant reminders is so important to, for me at least, to keep me strong through that, even in a situation where I really just wanted to cry. I don't know if those tips are helpful, but those are my tips and just kind of my reflections so far in traveling with my family and being vegan. I will check back in with you guys later and you'll see my pizza. I think we're getting pizza. We'll see.